Hello, and welcome to this summer update of our activity here at Shaping the Future of Portsmouth. You'll hear in a moment from two of our wonderful programme leaders, Lizzie Butcher and Husky Patel, about the specific things they're doing. But I wanted to actually just give you my own perspective on all of the work that, again, we are achieving. My thanks, as always, to all the volunteers who have actually supported us, continue to support us, and work tirelessly in their spare hours for all of our 13 programmes that we're actually currently leading. Thank you, as always, to our ever-growing list of sponsors. Those of you who subscribe to the newsletter will have seen some significant announcements, and there are some more to come. And to my team, as ever, for really driving hard and supporting all of the work that they are doing and expanding the brand and expanding the reach of our fantastic organisation. The highlights for me, as I say, I'll let Lizzie and Husky talk about their programmes over the last 3 months as I look back, have been our wonderful inclusion with the cruise passenger programme, the Port, Cruise Britain, Visit Portsmouth and others. And we're making a real difference now as to what the passenger experience is when they arrive in our wonderful city. Our apprenticeship programme, which ran in April this year rather than February because of COVID, went to 8 of the 11 schools. The other 3 weren't able to take the bus because of the COVID restrictions. This year, again, our sponsors delivered us their apprentices over the 3 days, and we had just over 50 of those. They engaged with 856 young people to tell them about the value of actually being an apprentice. 856, just wonderful. The ambassador programme, I alluded earlier to the cruise passenger being a highlight, and what we've now done is started to co-join a couple of the programmes. Recently, when 3 ships arrived from Europe, our ambassadors met the passengers coming off those ships and were able to guide them, greet them, and look after them in the early part of their time in our city. I can tell you now, it was an absolutely phenomenal success and one that we'll repeat. And if I therefore look back to one final highlight, working with the Society of St James and the Portsmouth City Council, we're now working with up to 17 of the homeless people who are being temporarily housed in one of the 3 shelters in the city. And I'm delighted to say we're making a real difference to some of those people's lives. If I look forward between now and the next time I talk to you in the winter, our business support programme, we promised to actually make it more inclusive. And we are making great strides along that as well. And I'm looking forward to holding a mini conference with some of the key groups that actually need our support. One of the most exciting announcements we've just literally made is around our business climate action group. About 30% of the carbon that we actually produce in our city comes from our industries. And I'm delighted to say that we are going to start with a group of leading businesses, both large and small, who are going to focus and help us lead our way to the nearest thing we can get to net zero in the shortest time. Following on from the successful apprenticeship programme that I mentioned earlier, I'm now starting to talk directly to the 11 heads of our 11 senior schools. Had a fantastic meeting with them recently, and again, I'm going to start a process where we're going to run a business breakfast in one of the schools with current business leaders coming in for a short period of time at the start of the day to talk to students about careers. We're going to call it something like business breakfast, and I'll feed back to you in the winter update as to how that went on. And finally, to show our continuing commitment to our armed forces veterans, we applied successfully 2 or 3 years ago for the employee recognition scheme. The silver process was our goal, but we started with the bronze award and we were delighted to be awarded that. But we feel we're now in a position to actually achieve the silver recognition. So in the new year, we will be actually starting to formalise our plans and put in for that. So whether it's looking back or looking forward, whether it's volunteers, sponsors or staff, we've had a great few months and we've got even more exciting times to come. I look forward to talking to you later in the year. Take care. Bye-bye.
Hello, my name's Lizzie and I'm the Community Sports Development Manager for BH Live. I'm also currently working on the Workplace Health and Wellbeing programme for Shaping Portsmouth. We are currently looking at sending out a questionnaire at the moment to all local businesses to see what they actually would like from our workplace health and wellbeing programme. We think it's really important that they're a part of this because they're the ones that will shape this programme and they're the ones that will engage in this programme as well. We did a questionnaire pre-COVID and unfortunately, due to COVID, businesses have changed and also their needs have changed naturally. So we are looking to redo the survey again. Unfortunately, it just hit at a bad time. We also have a set of resources on the Shaping Portsmouth website under the Workplace Health and Wellbeing programme. And some of these resources have been used by those who currently volunteer with us as well on the board. And they've been recommended by a few particular individuals. So we've used this and we've had quite a lot of clicks and managed to engage a few audiences.
Hi, I'm Husky Patel, a volunteer for Shaping Portsmouth, and I lead the DEP programme, which is the Digital Enablement Programme. The mission of the programme really is to give devices to children and vulnerable adults in our society. We do this by raising funds and we buy devices so that we can give them to the children that are needed. Our main focus currently is the vulnerable adults in our society and infant schools, because we realise that infant schools are being missed out by the government rollout of devices and they are in dire needs of the programme. We would really love to have your funding so that we can buy more devices and help more vulnerable adults and children. For further information, please contact me at husky.patel@shapingportsmouth.co.uk.